I'm gonna record 365 videos in the next year, and that's my New Year resolution. Well, not really. And let me tell you why I changed my mind. So first of all, I want to show you where I am right now, and this is so cool and amazing for me. So I am at an entrepreneurs conference. It's called Business by Design, and the room you see behind me is going to fill up. And frankly, my friends, I've been pinching myself like, is this really me? Am I doing this? Am I really an entrepreneur? But yeah, it's been kick-ass. There've been a lot of inspiring speakers, and most of all, a lot of inspiring folks out there in the audience. Now you see that I'm rocking my Excel t-shirt because nobody here has heard of Power BI. Maybe I met one person, one techie. So I get them in with Excel, and then I show them Power BI on my mobile phone. But so I have met and heard from a lot of folks from very different spaces, nutrition, kind of health, meditation, of course the tech side, Facebook advertising, marketing, all that sort of stuff. And the oddest thing is there's one theme that they always talk about, and they talk about overwhelm. Overwhelmed, first of all, certainly for themselves as entrepreneurs, but also for their students and their followers. And I kept hearing it again and again and again, and I had to stop myself on those tracks. So I had this idea of 365 videos in the new year, and I was hell-bent on it, but then I asked myself, is that really a good idea? Frankly, is that even me? Now, you've heard me talk about, and where I say that, I talk about the fear of missing out and how new or beginner or intermediate users should probably not be fixated by the Power BI monthly updates. Instead of that, just less is more. So that's what I'm hearing from all of these experts, and there are such amazing people in this room, and I cannot ignore that message. That's James right there. He's the guy who runs this everything. He's amazing. And you're gonna hear more about James from me, I'm sure. But yeah, so less is more, and I've always been about that. I've always talked about where you shouldn't try to learn 1001 Power BI tips and tricks, instead focus on the fundamentals. So I'm gonna refocus, and for the new year, I'm not gonna do 365 videos. In fact, I'm gonna focus more on giving you the content that you need and really giving you the help that you need. And you've also heard me talk about where I want to take people from learning to doing. Aren't we all tired of learning? Like, who really needs a Power BI course? No, we want to solve our problems. So I'm going to focus on that. Now, I talk to my students about this, that a lot of times in Power BI there are different ways to do things. And it's not about right or wrong, it's about trade-offs. So in here, it's also about trade-offs. I got a visitor. So what is the trade-off that I'm making? Now, I realize that the world, this whole world, we have this culture of more, more, more. Everybody wants more, and people like it if you give more. And in the last launch, I talked about people, oh guys, I'm gonna keep adding content to my course, and so I think some people signed up because of that. So when I change my approach, and I say, guys, I'm not gonna keep doing more, it's not about more, I'm gonna focus on the fundamentals, and I'm gonna make it work for you. That's more important, not learning 10,000 things, but just being able to apply them. So I'm gonna focus that. So the trade-off that I'm making there, I realize now, is that earlier I had this thing about, I'm gonna reach as many users as I can, right? Just go big. I'm like, oh boy, there are millions of Excel users out there, and I wanna reach all of them and shake them by the shoulders and tell them about Power BI and how amazing it can be. But that's gonna need an adjustment. So when I change my message, I think that it's not going to resonate with most of the world, perhaps, where, again, we live in a culture of more, more, more. But, so I'm going to go smaller, but I think it's going to be more fun, more focused, and it's going to be more me, right? So I don't want to kind of lose myself in this journey. I want to be myself. So I'm going to stay focused, and I'm going to focus on getting people from learning to doing. That's going to be my 2018. Power on, my friends.